Good morning, everyone. Cheryl Ann here. And I just wanted to show you, I'm so proud of myself. I finally finished my own 2023, it's only May, journal. It's taken me this long. I just let it sit and percolate, and I actually started another one just on plain lined paper, but she's not embellished because I'll embellish her as I go, or I may not embellish this one at all. But I really missed all the colors and the fabric and the textures. So she's I just measured her 12 by 8.5, and it's a hardcover book. So this is the front inside, and it's got a huge pocket because I like to stuff things in the pockets. She's got some watercolor paper here. Sheet music. I love using children's books. I have a whole stack of them now. I'm going to start using them in my own journals. I don't know, for some reason. Oh, this is watercolor too. Just kind of, I dipped the paper in water and then I kind of just dribbled the colors on it. I don't know why, but I had 3 children's illustration themed journals and nobody bought them. So you know what? I kept them. But I have a couple friends that want them. I'm just going to give them away. I don't understand that at all, because children's books have just wonderful, bright, lovely illustrations. Oh, I got Queen Nefertiti. My 7th grade history teacher came in one day dressed up like Queen Nefertiti, and I was hooked for the rest of my life. I love these little poems. Oh my gosh, here's a little girl on a swing. Little girl with her hat. Oh, so cheerful. So I love these Arrows on the Highway pages. Oh, they're nice and thick. Look at that. You can paint on them and you can do watercolor on them. They're just great. So I always rip off the covers. I get it every month because we used to travel a lot to Arizona. And this is just real light, but I just wanted something with some color. So it's just cheap watercolors that I kind of just dribbled all over. That folds out, so I like that. I love ledger paper too. Look at the ducks. We have wild ducks. We have mallards, and we have a little female, and she limps, but sometimes she has her boyfriend with her, and sometimes she doesn't. If she comes in the front yard, she'll come in the backyard. I have bowls of water out now for them. This is the heavy 140-pound paper. But I like to get some of that in there every now and then. You might want to watercolor something. And we're on the second signature. For some reason I missed it. And this one I just want to cover up the text, so I scribbled all over it with acrylic. Yeah, so she sometimes brings a friend, and sometimes she doesn't. And then there's another female. One time I looked up and there were 2 females, so I think there's about 5. But they kind of come and go as they want, and they get their water. And I do have duck food. I went to Tractor Supply, and I got a little bag of duck food. But they like the bird seed. I'll look up every now and then, and 1 or 2 of them, or maybe we haven't seen 3. Oh, look at that! Oh, that dragon! Oh, this is why I love children's books. I'll have to show you my stash. I'll do a separate video. chicken. If I could figure out how we could have chickens here, I would. I think we can. They have to be 100 feet away from the nearest residence, and our yards are a third of an acre, so I think I'm okay. I know somebody around here has one because I hear it every now and then. I'm thinking, ooh, fresh eggs in the morning would be really nice. I don't eat eggs, but hubby does. Oh, look at that. That's from a calendar we got last year. Yes, and these blossoms are all over the desert. We have a super bloom, and I have allergies this year. Bad ones. Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh. I mean, I just can't wait to get in this now. You know, I had that plain one that was just lined paper, and that was it. And I didn't enjoy it. I wasn't taking it outside. I wasn't using it. And I thought, this is foolish. Girl, just get to work, get it done, and start using it. This is the last signature. I love these papers with the roll-offs from... There's a roll-off. But I could see, I can write there. Of course, I have to have a duck or a goose. This little boy with the old mill. My dad's family back in Connecticut, in New Canaan, Connecticut, the Jalef Mill. I was there for like 200 years, and they finally had to demolish it because it was just falling apart. But they kept part of the building, and they rebuilt it. And now it's you know, it's right there. It's right there by the pond. It's still there. I remember my grandfather working for the water company there. I have his retirement watch. So we do come from mill people. We also come from people who had spinning wheels. Because I have an antique spinning wheel. That belonged to one of my ancestors. I love Arizona highways. Their photos are just... Oh. I actually gave away a whole bunch of my journals. My Etsy shop is on vacation. Well, I decide what I want to do with it, if I even want to reopen it. So I gave away a whole bunch of my journals, and this one lady goes, my husband started looking at your journals. He loves them. So I go, she had one. I go, well, come back and I'll just give you a whole bunch of them. So I just gave her a whole bunch. So I have no journals in my shop. I gave them all away. But they're making somebody very happy, so I'm happy. So I don't know if I'm ever going to open my shop. I don't know. Honestly, don't know. But I have my personal journal. Oh, look at that. I've always wanted to go rafting down the Colorado River. It's on my bucket list, but you know, my bucket is... I'm going to do it. I'm going to have to do it now. I have a colleague, and she wants us to take train rides to the national parks and see them all. I'm like, well, as long as you pay for my ticket, I'm game. So, you know, I might be doing some traveling. And I got the grandkids, and I got my garden. I got my birds. Here's the back. See, that's just part of a snippet roll. I used up all my snippet rolls. I used them in my own journals, and I put them in a couple of the other ones, and so I don't have any snippet rolls. I don't have any journals. I gave away all my fabric, so there. And like I said, I don't know if I'm ever going to reopen it. I have other things to do. So that's my personal journal. I'm so glad. Oh, she has 3 signatures. I don't know how many pages. 15, 30, 45 times 4. She has 180 pages. So that should keep me busy for at least half a year, probably a whole year, probably the rest of this year. So until next time, bye for now.